Oh, I should have put a towel on. Oh well. Oh, we live. All right, then let's get it. Welcome to the Sunday sermon, everyone. This is Brother Derrick, Minister Brother Derrick. And, you know, I want to come to you. And I want to tell you things that you can use and things that it can use to have a connection with Jesus and God. So I wrote this, so I hope y'all enjoy it. So let's get to it. St. John wrote that Satan accuses us believers before God day and night. The Lord depends on us to do what is right, but our flesh is not tough enough to stand alone. We lean on Jesus so that we're no longer prone. See, if you're slack, you're vulnerable to attack. In many ways, men today are slaves to the greediness of his flesh. Money, women, and cars, sports, pornography, and bars. But these are the things that God hates. So he separates and chastises us till we change our ways, humble ourselves and pray. Remember, the house on the hill, you can't take it with you. That caddy with the grill, you can't take it with you. Those stocking dollar bills, you can't take it with you. Only your heart and your thoughts and your attitude will prove your place in heaven or the fires of hell. I wish you peace, and I wish you well. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, your creed or race, by believing in Jesus will all. Alright, hold on, something wrong. And that's good to know that God loves us all. Oh, no. Right, short or tall. He only asks us to be more like him. Always gotta cheat. 1%. Let God into your heart and make a fresh start. You have a clean slate. Jesus' blood makes you pure in God's eyes. So stay vigilant and keep the evil at a distance. Ignore the devil's resistance. Keep open as you slip. He chips away at your faith and strips away from God's grace. So believe in Jesus, he'll mediate on your behalf. The devil has many demons on his staff, scouting, shouting things in your ear, chipping away at your self-esteem while you daydream. So be alert, live up to the Father, and tell Satan and his armies, man, don't even bother. But I say this, that house on the hill, you can't take it with you. That caddy with the grill, you can't take it with you. Those stocking dollar bills, you can't take it with you. Only your heart, your thoughts, and your attitude will prove your place in heaven or the fires of hell. I wish you peace. I wish you well. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, your creed or race. By believing in Jesus, we're all moving to the same place. People are talking about struggling, saying life is hard, rough, you got to be tough. But there's nothing harder than standing up to God. Evil is rampant. Even in our nation today, morality is gone. That's why our society says no right or wrong. Fulfill your wants, go along with the crowd, or feel the wrath of that tongue. This country is going to hell in a basket, no a casket. And if you speak, you're labeled a fanatic, a Bible quoting, scripture quoting do-gooder, who's living in a fantasy world, waiting for a heaven that never comes. But God's will be done. You can't stop it. You're on the wrong side. Swallow your pride and humble yourself. Ignore the threats of this world. Study the word and let the knowledge unfurl. Because I'm telling you, that house on the hill, you can't take it with you. That caddy with the grill, you can't take it with you. Those stocking dollar bills, you can't take it with you. Only your heart and your thoughts and your attitude will prove your place in heaven or the fires of hell. I wish you peace and I wish you well. This is Minister Brother Derrick, and this is a new theme song for our Sunday sermon in the Bible study. Peace, everybody. Much love to you. Hello, everyone. And I am Minister Brother Derrick. I just want to say that I love Jesus, and that's the title of this song. I love you, Jesus. Hey, Naya. And let's get it. Welcome to the show. Even though I plugged the battery up and it said the scooter said it's fully charged, but the red light is still on. So we're gonna go, and we'll probably be on the road about 7:30. Really didn't want to go out late, but looks like this is where we've been forced to. So there's no excuse not to do the Bible study. So now that I got most of the stuff I want hooked up, let's get to it. Let me pull the chat up and see how everybody doing. We got the driver here. Hey, driver. We got Liz. We got Naya. Anybody else in the house? Anybody else want to shout out? Alrighty, y'all. Our topic today, you can see on your screen. Oops, I meant to pause that. Let me get that play. Our topic today is, y'all have heard that phrase, fall short of God. What exactly does that mean? That's what we're going to tackle today. Now, normally this goes right in here, but today it decided to pop out. For those of you that were confused, I don't know why, but it showed the words for the last video. But the title to this video is also in the thumbnail. So there's no excuse for nobody not to come. Don't say, oh, I thought you was doing another video with a damn scooter. No. You don't have an excuse. So don't say, well, you're not. It said the same thing as the last show. So I went and fixed it. And now you should have a title and a description. Yes, we are, Naya. We're about to have Bible study right now. Our topic today is a very phrase that many of y'all have heard. That we all fall short of the glory of God. You hear it a lot. But what does it mean? You hear that phrase a lot. What does falling short actually mean? Well, it means simply, we're going to always fall short of God. We're not perfect. There's only been 3 people that were perfect. And the third one you don't hear being mentioned because she was a woman. And she caused the first sin. But Adam, Eve, and then Jesus are the only 2 perfect people on the planet. Remember the story of Job? Job was the most upstanding man on earth. Yet he was going to hell. If he was the most upstanding, most uprighteous, couldn't find no fault in him, why was he on his way to hell? Because he wasn't doing the one thing he should have been doing. The one thing that trumped everything else that he did, walk with Jesus and God. That was what he was lacking. So even the most upstanding man still had faults. We're not perfect. That's why we fall short. To be honest with you,
we always let God down. There's no way you cannot say it. When we give in to our sinful desires, we let God down. When we break our connection with Him to go do what we want to do, and we know He doesn't want us to do it, you disappoint God. But God is perfect, unlike us. Somebody disappoints you, well, I ain't fooling with you no more. You done let me down. I can't depend on you. Oh, heck no. Give me somebody, hey, you want to go work? See, human beings, we not perfect. Just because somebody lets you down, you got to give them another chance. Well, God, don't it? I'm running a high-class business here. I can't have nobody slacking, I thought you was on the ball. You ain't doing nothing here. No wonder the sales are down. You got to go. Instead of retraining the person, reprimanding them, sending them somebody to help them where they lacking at, you better just get rid of them. You out of here. You fired. Suppose God did that with us. I saw you. I saw you go in that nudie bar. You're done. I saw you. I saw you sitting there watching that Love and Hip Hop. You're done. I saw you. I saw you go into that daggone weave store. You're done. I saw you get that tattoo. You're done. Imagine if God did that. Imagine if God did what us humans would do. You said you wouldn't drink no more. I saw you with that Jack Daniel bottle. You're gone. What would happen to us if God actually used that same standard that we use to each other? But see, we're not perfect. That's the difference. We are not perfect. Come back out and come back in, Naya. Everybody come back out and come back in. Yeah, that's why I said, when I went to go in on the phone, it said the same old title. So I had to do a refresh. See, we started on time today. I said 5:30, and we started at 5:30. So you knew it was something coming. We never on time. So we actually was on time. You knew something was coming. I wasn't even going to wear a tie. I wasn't even going to wear a credential. But since we had 2 songs playing, I said, well, let me go ahead and throw a tie on. Because I kind of figured we'd be doing the Sunday sermon on the go. I thought we'd be doing it on the go. I thought we would have went and did what I had to do and been back here before 7 o'clock. Instead, we're going to be leaving out here at 7 o'clock. We're probably going to be leaving out about 7:30. Depends on how long it take me to put this thing right together. Because what I'm going to do is, the most important part is the battery. We're going to carry that down last. That's the heaviest, and it's also the most important part. Because if you got the same scooter, why wouldn't you want a battery? Before you take anything else, the battery is the most valuable. A new battery probably costs $100, not 2. So that's the most valuable part of the scooter is the battery. So we're going to take down the front panel with the wheel, the handlebar, and the base. We're going to take that down. Then we're going to take down the part with the wheels. Then we're going to take down the seat. And then we're going to take down the battery. And we're going to put it together the same way. We're going to take the wheels out. We're going to take the base. Put them together. Right? Then you bring out the seat. No, then you put the battery on. And then you put the seat on. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to us going out and riding. It really ain't wanting to be at night, but that's what it's going to be. And we used to being out at night, so hopefully it'll be less traffic on the road. But once again, it is March. And I know y'all hear that ice cream man. I know you hear that ice cream man. That don't make no sense. So what that means is it's warm and people going to be outside. Now, we went out yesterday and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't bad at all. So anyway, I told the people the next time they saw me, I was going to have a scooter. And that's what we're going to do. Now, about 45 minutes ago, I hooked the battery up and it said that we had a full charge. But I know that full charge is 75% to 100%. So we still got it charged up. And we're charging up the front light and the back light that we added on. We got them charging. And y'all probably saying, well, why are you doing that? Well, if the juice get low for some reason, I don't know why, it would, we don't have to run the lights. We got battery power lights already. We don't need to run the lights that's on the scooter. Now we can, but it's not necessary. So we have lights. So not a big priority. So let's get back to our topic. That phrase, we all fall short. We fall short every day. Some of us fall short 4 or 5 times a day. Some of us fall short from the minute we get out of bed to the minute we get back in. But there's one thing that bails us out. Our God is a forgiving God. If you show repentance, He will forgive and He'll forget. See, a lot of times people don't understand. When you are walking with Jesus and you ask Him to forgive your sin and you are sincere, it's wiped away. It's not until you keep doing it constantly. Well, you keep doing it, how I'm supposed to forget about it? You don't give me a chance to forget about it. You said you wasn't going to take another drink. It ain't even been 5 hours. You drinking already. You come back, you ask for forgiveness. The next morning, you right there at the bar. You was open up. You opening the bar. You out there banging on the door. What's taking you so long to open the door? But you are repentant. At that point, they got to cut you off. And they're still watching to see if you're going to come back. Human beings don't do that. When they cut you off, you forgotten about it. They move on to something else. Another example of why we're not perfect. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's see what these people say here. We all fall short of God's standards. But God says there is no one who does good, not one. Romans 3:12. God says there is no one who does good, not one. He is not saying that there is no good in humans in general. We all know some people, even non-believers, who have done some commendable things. God is saying there is no good in us that can satisfy God. Let me read that again. God is saying that there is no good in us that can satisfy God. When the Bible says there is none righteous, It is not speaking so much of behavior, but of inner character. There is none righteous, not speaking about behavior, but inner character. God's standards are high, to say the least. You must be absolutely perfect, Jesus said. Be perfect just as your heavenly Father is perfect. Matthew 5:48. In other words, a person who is not as good as God is not acceptable to God. Man is not basically good. He is basically sinful. We do not seek after God. If that bothers you, look at Romans 3:11. There is no one who seeks after God. You would think that with all of the religious belief systems in this world, this simply can't be. Yet God plainly declares in His Word, you will seek me and find me when you search for me with all your heart. Paul is not saying that human beings are not religious, because we are. But religion is man's search for God, while Christianity is God's search for man. Woo! I'm in that marinate. Religion is man's search for God, while Christianity is God's search for man. God was never lost. We are. He is seeking to save that which was lost. The bottom line for why many people have not come to Jesus Christ is that they bristle at the thought that they are hopelessly sinful. They are unwilling to accept God's assessment as to the sinful nature of their being. The very fact that men react against this teaching is more proof of it. Say it again. The bottom line for why many people have not come to Jesus Christ is that they bristle at the thought that they are hopelessly sinful. They are unwilling to accept God's assessment as to the sinful nature of their being. You got people that know they sinners, and they not willing to stop sinning. And they'll get angry if you tell them, hey, you know you're doing that wrong. Hey, don't tell me nothing. I ain't doing nothing wrong. Go read your Bible and leave me alone. I do what I want. But let's be honest for a second. How many of us wake up in the day and our first thought is of God and Jesus Christ? We don't get up and go get something to eat. We don't get up and go to the bathroom. We don't get up and wonder what's on YouTube or what's on TV. Is our first thought really on Jesus and God when you get up in the morning? I'm asking y'all, anybody here? Is your first thought when you get up in the morning? I was taught as a young man that the first thing you should do when you wake up is thank God for giving you another day. How many of y'all were taught that? Anybody was taught that growing up? When you wake up, anybody? All right, let's keep moving. We have the hope of forgiveness. You might be trapped in some kind of sin right now. Your situation might look hopeless. You might feel helpless. While we all have been born into sin, we do not have to stay under its control or face its ultimate penalty. Scripture promises, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us of our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. There is hope. 1 John 1:9. We can escape from our nightmare of sin. This is some knowledge right here. I hope y'all paying attention. Now it says, thank God in general, not necessarily upon wakening. I was taught when you wake up, first thing you should do, before you brush your teeth, before you do anything, first thing you should do is thank God for giving you another day. You just say your prayers. We were taught to say our prayers at night and to wake up. And that was hard for me because I'm an insomniac. I don't go to sleep. I pass out. So I would have to do it early. And you know, my brother and sister thought I was crazy. But I would do it early. When I stayed over somebody's house. They be asleep, I'd still be up. And they didn't understand why I kept saying over and over again, now lay me down and sleep. I pray my Lord the soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. I like to keep saying that over and over again. Because I never knew when I would go to sleep. And I didn't want to go to sleep without saying it. You thought I was crazy. Now check this out. You might be trapped in some kind of sin right now. The situation might look hopeless. And you might feel helpless. We've all been born into sin. But we don't have to stay under its control. And we confess what we do wrong. Jesus and God will stay faithful. And they'll forgive our sins and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. We do fall short. But if we can honestly confess that and ask them for help so we don't do it again, this is the problem. All right, I fell short. I know I said I wasn't going to drink no more. I'm going to make sure I don't drink anymore. Take my word, Lord. I got you. The next day you out drinking. What's missing from that scenario? You didn't ask Jesus or God for any help. You didn't let them into you. You didn't let them help you. That's what's missing. And you keep saying, I got this, and yet you still getting drunk. Hey, how you doing, the driver? Yeah, we got a new scooter. It's the battery charging right now. We going out later on. So hang around. We going on our first trip. I haven't rode this thing at all. I might go out there and ride into a brick wall. But it only goes 4 miles per hour. That's my only problem. But we'll make it work. I got the Bluetooth speaker. I got 2 headlights, and it comes with a headlight. And I put the basket on. I took off the one they gave us, and I put on I put a basket on, a big one. The one we had to fold up. We got that on. I got a light at the back, and I got the mount for the 360-degree camera. But I warn you, when you look at the right-hand side, you're gonna see me, because the camera is gonna be sitting right here. So the front lens is going to catch everything in the front. We ain't worrying about that. But the back lens is going to catch me on one side. The other side will go over my shoulder and go out. But that's going to be the only thing. You're going to see me on camera. Liz said, I thought you said 8. It might be 8. Oh, it's green. Uh-oh, it's charged. It's charged, y'all. But I'm going to let it keep going. Now, we've been charging it since 1. And it's 6. So the guys told me 6 hours. The specialist told me to charge it 6 hours. And so one from 7 is 6. And even though I wouldn't call a scooter a ride, that is my ride. That's my wheel. That's my new wheel. And I'm going to tell you, I can't wait, because just sitting in it in the house, that boy is comfortable. I mean, we just going to be like this. I'm going to give me one of them pimp hats and be like this. Be laid back. So we got our lights and stuff on there. I don't have to wear a helmet, so we ain't got to wear no helmet. So that right there is worth it. I put a light at the back. What I'm thinking about doing is, I saw that the old man that had the power chair, he had his backpack. He had a backpack on the back of the power chair. So I'm thinking, if I put the backpack on the back of the chair and I tie it, because I can unravel it, hook it to the chair and have it hang down, then I can be free. I ain't gotta have nothing on me. I don't have nothing on me. The only bad thing would be, and it's not a bad thing, could I configure the backpack to sit out so that we can have a camera? That's gonna be the only thing. Right now, we got the camera sitting. That would be the only bad thing, is that we got the camera sitting. Now, I know I can put the mount on the handlebar. I might could put the mount on the handlebar. But I haven't tried it out yet. Maybe we'll try that out. But we can keep it on. Right now, we got the big pouch, the cell phone carrier, and we got the power bank in there, and then we got the phone that's powering everything in the middle. When the same one that's powering the computer, we got that there. And so we got the cord coming out, and one cord go in, and we zipping it, and that protects that phone. And then the other phone is right here, and we put the cord in, and that's charging. So they both charging off the power bank. So we good. So like I said, I'm looking forward. Now, I really didn't want to go out at night, but we well lit, so really don't have to worry about it. I just want to see how fast it go, and then it'll let me know what street I can ride in. You understand what I'm saying? I want to see, is it really much different between this and the bike? But like I said, we got a front and rear suspension, so we're not worried about that. We got shock, so the ride won't be bumpy. See, that's why I really ain't want to put nothing at the back. But we do have a mirror. We just don't use it, but we have one. We actually got two of them. But I took them down because I wasn't using them. And the reason why I wasn't using them is because if you balancing, you really don't want to take your eyes off the road. But if you sitting back, then you can take your eyes and take a look. But Naya is right about that though. But like I say, we got the front basket. And the basket is not going to affect the steering like it would if you want a regular if you want a regular bike, having the basket heavy to make it top heavy. But that battery, ain't no load I can put in that front that would offset that load in the back. And like I said, if you have something leaning to the side and you riding, if you hit a bump, it could throw you to the side and you can find yourself on your side. So, like I said, I personally can't wait. I know I'm gonna look like an old retard, but we're gonna see. That's why I didn't want to get the power chair. I get, hi, it's Steve Urkel. Hi. Hello, how you go again? I'm gonna be like this. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Hey. Right action. There he's that. Now I said no more props. But yeah, 4 miles per hour, that's fast enough for somebody to reach up and snatch something. That's why I got everything in the front except for that light. And it's flashing, so you'll be able to see it flashing. And like I said, it's not expensive. If somebody does snatch it, we just go, just get another one. It was only $4.97 when I got these, but you know how Amazon do. They put something on there, and then don't nobody buy it. They lower the price. Everybody start buying it. Then they keep the price back up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When ain't nobody buying it, they keep the price back up. They keep the price down. Then when everybody get it, just like the camera. Nobody was getting this. Nobody was getting this. And then I bought it. A couple other people bought it. And guess what? Now, instead of being $15, it's back up to like 30 something. The only downside is if you could only have it plugged in while it recorded, that'd be perfect. That's the only thing that make it bad. When the battery go, it go. And that's it. But at least now, I'll be able to monitor it. And I'll be able to say, all right, the battery going down. Let me charge it up. You know? But yeah, I got to dig in the closet. We do have, we got the mirrors that we bought for the first one, remember? So we do have a mirror. It's just a matter of me digging it out. Or I might order some other ones. I'm looking at it now. Y'all can see all that stuff I got on there. I got this way hooked up already. I got it looking a hot mess. Let me see. He said, I love you, Jesus. Y'all see all the wires I got going to it? Don't ever deceive us. I love you, Jesus. Don't let that devil deceive us. He said, I love you, Jesus. Don't let that devil deceive us. I love you, Jesus. Alrighty, let me show y'all real quick. Let me pull that up. $203.11.2. Okay. This ain't the one we was using, but it's okay. Don't let the devil deceive us. There it is. Look at all that stuff I got on there. There's a headlight right there. There's one in the center right there. And then that's the mount with a 360-degree camera going at. That's why I said forwards is going to be great. Backwards, the side over here is going to be me. Hopefully y'all can see over my head or something. But the mount is right there for the camera. What I should have done was try to extend it. Maybe I should try and extend it up. Then that's the Bluetooth speaker right there. And then I got the saddlebag. And the saddlebag got the power bank in it. And the power bank is powering the Bluetooth speaker right there on the end. And this other light on this end. That power bank is going to power these two. So the music ain't going to never stop. Then down here, you got the basket. And like I said, the basket extends out. Y'all see, you see I got wires coming out there on thing. You look way in the back. See where that white wire at the back is? That's that same light right there at the back. See it? Yeah, you have to look at the hole in the seat. Look at the cutout in the seat. And look back there and you can see it. You see it? Yeah, it has a horn. It sounds corny. It's like, it's kind of corny. But it has a horn. It's got a horn. It's got headlights. I didn't have to add any lights. But you know me. I like to be seen. I don't want nobody to have a reason to hit me. So we're going to see. I don't understand. Okay, they're just talking inside. I just don't understand. All right, bring that back. Okay. So yeah, it has a horn. I'd rather just say excuse me. But I would be kind of annoyed if somebody blew a horn at me. So, all right, y'all, let's get back. In one sense, this all seems pretty hopeless. We all have sinned and we cannot help ourselves. But here's some good news. But God demonstrates his own love toward us, and that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Let that marinate for a second. that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. He allowed himself to be whipped. Allowed them to shove a crown of thorns on his head. Drag that heavy cross through the city of Golgotha. Allowed them to nail him to the cross. He did it so that he could take the place of the sin that Adam and Eve let into the world. We would have never known what a sin was. We would have never thought to sin if we hadn't partaken of that apple. And I say we because we are all paying the price for it. We'd all be butt naked, playing with the animals. That's what we'd be doing. Not a care in the world. Not worrying about going to work. Not worrying about nothing. It didn't even rain on Adam and Eve. They were butt naked. They had no need for clothes. Man. But all is not lost, because we can get that back. But not while we are alive on earth. But after we die, we get to go back to that. That's something to look forward to. But if you are going through something, you got to open yourself up and say, I can't do this. I tried it my way. It's not working. I need to try it your way. I thought that we could have channels and we can keep roasting people. And then we can have channels where we can be positive on. But then I realized, why were we getting triple the numbers on the roast channels than we were getting on the positive channels? The people came for the roast material, but the people that were coming for the word, when the trolls came in, the trolls don't know how to stay on that during the roast channel. They still got to come. They still had to come over here. They were actually scamming people off. When we would put something that wouldn't get us flagged but was still bad, people who would see the name minister would actually click on our channel and they would see the negative stuff. And they'd be like, well, how come this guy can talk all of this and then talk this negativity? So this is why we did our final video to that sector, and we haven't been back there. I couldn't tell you nothing that's going on. I take that back. When we went on the when we went on the channel, the switch, there was something on the front page about Young Pharaoh and True Freeman. No, I didn't look at it. I kept right on going. But I do remember seeing it. Devil made sure I saw the headline. I kept right on going though. But you know, he made sure I saw it. I'm not subbing neither one of them. I don't know why they were there. But you know. That's about the only thing I know. Oh, and about the video the woman made. I still ain't watched it. I have no desire to. But yeah, so I realized that you can't do both. And when Muscle Man was going through our page, I realized people do go through your videos, and you can't keep doing that. When Tree Trimmer was going through the page, because I've been in there, you know, showing everybody love. He was like, "Let me look at this channel here." I realized the people do look through your videos. And if they are seeing the negative ones mixed in with the positive ones, what are they going to think? And so that's the reason why we just went straight. So now when the people look, they might see us doing a mobile live. They might see us talking about something to help improve your life. They may see us talking about religion. They're going to see one of the three. And so now, just like when what's his name? When the guy who video I played for y'all, the guy that had the balls, he was actually going through and he was like interesting. And he was actually going through the videos. And I told him, I said, the best one is the one that Naya suggested we do, the Book of Job. And it was kind of buried, so he didn't see it. And so I tried to find it. I had to go to the page that we was on when we were doing the coronavirus stuff. That I had to go to that page because that was the last video we did, and we did it on that page before we got monetized. And I decided to bring the religion back over here. And that was the last video that we had done. So a lot of people think when they look at that video, it only got like 17 views on it. It's a replay. The original got a lot more. And it's on a small channel. But like I said, I told him check that video out. I ain't heard nothing back from him since. So I'm wondering, did it change his life? I ain't heard nothing back. Normally, they come over and say, "Hey, that was a great video. That was life changing." I ain't heard nothing back from him. When he go live, I'm gonna go back over there, but I ain't heard nothing back from the man. I know that video was life changing to me. I can't speak for nobody else. You know, I can't speak for y'all. That video was life changing. And I'm glad that Naya suggested it. Because I had always looked at the Book of Job cross-eyed. But the Book of Job got that hidden meaning. And that's why it's called the hidden meaning. For all of y'all that want to talk about what y'all do, I do this, I do that, and you ain't walking with Jesus and God, it don't mean nothing. Yes, Job was the greatest man. Guess what? Job was the greatest man. He wasn't the greatest Christian. He wasn't a disciple of Jesus. Job was the perfect man on earth, but at death, if God hadn't gave him over to Satan, Job was going straight to hell. So the best man on earth was going to hell. Why? Because all men fall short of the glory of God. All men. And if you're not walking with Jesus, if you're not talking to him, if you're not inviting him into your life, if you're not inviting him into your heart and mind and soul, you are going to hell. And I don't care if you save 50 orphanages. I don't care if you stop ISIS from blowing up Washington, D.C. I don't care if you go out there and you kill every drug dealer that's dealing drugs in this world. You still going to hell. That's the basics. That's one-on-one. Now y'all notice that when that lady came in, that religious lady, hallelujah, Jesus, when I told her that, you alright, baby? You better not throw up on that bed. You okay? Boo! You okay? You alright? You alright? Then she got the hiccups. We're not going to let something use you to distract us from what I'm saying. If you are not walking, and I use that word walking because it's used in the Bible. We can just call it something else. If you're not connected to, if you're not in a relationship with, if you're not in good standing, like you are at the bank, if your balance is not above zero, you're in bad standing with the bank. You don't even want to go by there because you're embarrassed. Imagine how you're going to be when you find out you have bad standing with Jesus and he throw you in that pit. That furnace of fire, lake of fire, pit of fire, whatever you want to call it. What are you going to feel when them angels grab you by the arms and launch you into that fire? What are you going to think? While you flying through the air. Well, I prophesied in your name. I did stuff for people. I was a good person. I don't know you. That's the catch right there. Do Jesus and God know you? And I just know you for being a human being, but do they know you as being a part of them? Do they know you from being in that family? Do they know you? What you say? It could be a fur ball. Oh, that what it could be? She over there eating now, so I guess it wasn't that serious. She over there eating now, so it wasn't that serious. It wasn't that serious. But I'm just saying, that to me was something that was powerful. Because, a lot of people think that they have done enough. And that's the problem. You can't do nothing. It ain't you. It's them. It's them in you. And if you don't have them in you, then you're what they call lost. But on Judgment Day, you won't want to be found. Then we know, stay lost. You have plenty of chances to come and get under our blanket, come under our arm, come under our leadership. Instead, you chose to do what you want to do. So now do what you want to do in that lake of fire. Because I guarantee you, you won't do nothing that you want to do. And you're going to spend eternity there, uncomfortable, roasting, in the dark, hearing nothing but cries from other people, being around the most evilest people on earth. And the only thing that's going to keep them from bugging you is they're going to have their own problems. That's going to be your only solace. They're going to have their own problems. Ain't nobody going to be able to deal with what they doing with the body you. If that's how you want to spend eternity, that's on you. You know. You say, who was Muscle Man? He's a guy who has one of them Come Grow channels. I'm noticing that a lot of people have Come Grow channels. And I was thinking about doing it, but I think we offer more than that. I think it would be a downgrade. I mean, it would bring more people in because people will want to come in and sub and want you to sub them. So it would bring more people in, but that's what they're coming for. They're not coming for the topic. They're coming to get more subscribers. And I mean, we have 1,060 something subscribers. How many people in the chat? According to the phone, it says 3. So what good is them 1,067 if all they do is come here? Some of them don't even come. Most of them don't come. Most of them never came. So that's why I say I really don't want a Come Grow channel, because I want people to come here because we got stuff to talk about. We actually got topics. We talk about things. Remember, I don't know if you was here or not, the driver, but we went and we looked at everybody that was in my sub, that I'm sub to, that was live. We went and looked at every live. And there was not one title that talked about anything. We can go look right now. I bet you there's not one person that's really talking about anything that can help anybody. Let's go take a look. I logged all the way out, logged back in. Oops. He helped us out with the sub. That's why I want a sub to him. But what up though? That's not gonna help nobody. What? Augustine Alimi Ho broadcast. Nothing. She's sitting there with, there ain't nothing on her screen. That's a woman on, man. I don't know. Augustine somebody. Rosa Ibudio. There ain't no volume. You only got one person watching. I'm gonna keep them all shut. Share with love.
So I just downloaded a free.
God darn. The hell? I think my hand gone.
No. Mama Jessica is in my building. Hi, Mama Jessica. Mama Jessica. For coming. Hello, thank Mommy. Thank you for coming, Mama. All of my phone screen is.
Okay, Big John here. What Big John talking about? Let me pause in case it's a commercial. Oops, I just messed up. What'd I do? Tree removal with Big John. Oh, Lord. Come on, back out. This somebody Fortnite video game. Sub live stream, sub swap, yep. That's everybody live. So we just showed you everybody who I'm sub to that's live. We didn't see not one person talking about nothing. Be honest. I know some of y'all gonna make excuses. Some of y'all gonna make excuses. Come on with them. Tell the truth. The driver, you wrong. And I'll prove it to you. Hold on a sec. Let's find the video. He didn't walk with God. He talked at God. Anyway, let me find it here. I think it's on page 3. I don't know why I didn't just pull it up. All right, we getting there. Hold on. Here we go.
See, this, I don't know if the car accident or this, which one messed up my life more. But let me tell you, I was sitting and someone just said to me, I don't know you. But that's what's going to happen. And Jesus said, you must love me more than anybody else. If I haven't believed that, he must know you. If he don't know you, you know better off than somebody over there killing people. Somebody selling poison to their people. Somebody raping and pillaging their people. You know better than them because they don't know you. I can tell you somebody on death row, they get to know Jesus and God. got a better chance of going than you. That's rough right there. Because normally, people have to be at their lowest. And this is why they don't like teachers of the law. They really don't care for churches. The Romans.
Let's read that.
We missed the rich and deep theological teachings Job is trying to give us. What I want to show is three things. First, although Job was a good moral person, he had a warped view of God, which distanced him from God. Second, God had a good reason to allow what happened to Job. And finally, this book is not written to lost sinners, but is directly written to those who claim to follow God. It has a deep and important message for Christians today. First point, Job had a warped view of God. The first verse opens describing the moral character of Job. It says in verse 1, there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was blameless and upright, one who feared God and turned away from evil. Now the skeptic will say, see, he faithfully followed God. God had no reason to hand him over to Satan. But what the Christian should look at this description and say, so what? So what?
So what?
Good works do not mean a person is following God. Doesn't Jesus and Paul teach that good works won't save us? You can live a good life and still completely miss the point of the gospel. Jesus says in Matthew 7:21-23, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. On that day, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and cast out demons in your name, and do many mighty works in your name? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness. Paul says,
Now let's pause right there. Let's pause right there. And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Let that marinate in your head. I never knew you. Yes, you did all these great things, but who are you? I don't know you. Can't say I ain't looked down and seen you, but I don't know you. Why don't I know you? Because you haven't come to me and let you in. And let me into you. So I don't know you. So all that don't mean nothing. I don't know you.
No, the driver, don't go away. I want you to stay here and listen.
And this is not your own doing. It is a gift from God, not a result of works, so that no one may boast. Just being a good person and doing good works doesn't mean someone's doing the will of God as Jesus.
See that? Now we covered this last week. Just because you're good, and just because you do good works, that doesn't mean you're doing the will of God. What is the will of God? For you to walk with him, accept him. But for you to ignore him, I'm doing all these great things, and that's all I got to do, and there you go, I'm going all the way. No, it don't work that way. I need y'all to understand this. Get it in your head. There's nothing you can do to earn this salvation. It's called grace for a reason. Because God graciously gives it. And he gives it out for free. But here's the key. You got to let go. And you got to let God. People say that phrase, they don't know what it means. They think let go means, well, you know, I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't got to work. I ain't got to do nothing. God's going to do it all. That's not what that phrase means. Let go means you got to let go of everything that you want to do. You got to let go and become new. Become like a new child. And let God and Jesus come inside you through your Holy Spirit, which he breathes into you. And let them change you from the inside out. If you're not doing that, then you're not walking. And if you're not walking, nothing you can do on this earth is going to get you to the next level.
Jesus says. And it would be helpful to compare this verse to another passage
Hang on,
by
like
a
that.
righteous man in Genesis, named Noah. In Genesis 6:9 we read, Noah was a righteous man, blameless in his generation. Noah walked with God.
Noah did what?
When we compare these two verses, we see they are both blameless good men, but only one walked with God.
Whoa, pause that right there.
What is
Pause
that?
that right there. Now, this is Job 1, whose name was, Job, whatever, whose name was Job, and that man was blameless and upright. And look down here. Noah was a righteous man, blameless in his generation. But watch this. Noah walked with God. Did
Noah do?
Job walk with God? Did he feared God and turned away from evil? But did Noah walk with God? I want y'all to notice this. Noah is better than Job.
In a better
For
position.
one simple reason.
He's in a better
He walked
position.
with God.
The Bible teaches that being a good person is not enough, because Romans 3:23 says all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. You can't earn God's salvation and blessings by
That's
works.
what we're talking about today.
Salvation is a gift by grace. It is about walking with God. Now, I'm not saying what Job was doing was bad. He was obviously doing good things. But we need to look past the action and look at the motive. And this subtle yet important fact is missing from the moral description of Job. Okay, so what the skeptic can say, this is just one verse. Well, let's keep reading. I want to look at a couple verses which individually may not mean much on their own, but together they can make a cumulative case. We get through the description of Job's wealth, and we are told in verse 5, and when the days of the feast had run their course, Job would sin and consecrate them, and he would rise early in the morning and offer burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, It may be that my children have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. Thus Job did continually. This is another subtle yet important fact. Job is not relying on the relationship he has walking with God, but relying on the works and sacrifices he is offering up. The entire mindset implied is, what if my children die and they don't have all their sins paid for? God surely won't be appeased by that. I better make sure I do enough sacrifices so they can get into heaven. It's all about works. Job wants to follow God, but he thinks it's all about what he does to earn God's grace and blessings. It's not about walking with God like Abraham or Noah did. It is about...
Pause. I want y'all to understand what he just said. Job did all these things. And he thinks that in return, he's going to get to move on. I'm doing all these things. So God owes me. He's obligated to me. No. You can do all those things, and that's great. But you got to have an active relationship, a continual relationship with God through Jesus. You keep talking about what you want to do. I don't know no human being that's going to allow you to go to the next level. So you worrying about what you're doing with your hands. If you could do it, why would you need God? I just asked that point blank. If you could do it on your own, why do you need God?
That's right. Why is it considered a gift of grace? Why is it considered a gift? If you could just do things down here on earth and earn enough points, like you on a treasure hunt, what did Jesus die for? What did he die for? If all you gotta do is just be a good little boy, a good little girl, and you can make it, what did Jesus die for? If you could just make a donation to a good cause, and go to heaven, what did Jesus come die for? Why did he allow himself to be sacrificed for nothing? But that's what you're saying. You're saying he died on the cross for nothing. He did it for nothing. He got whipped. Did all that for nothing. I'm just asking. Did he do all that for nothing? But if all you got to do is sacrifice some animals and spend some money, that'll wash away every sinful thing you did, and you get to walk on. God said, well, we owe him, God don't owe you nothing. You owe him. You didn't provide the sun, the moon, the earth. You don't provide rain. You don't provide nothing. It's his breath that's blowing through your body right now. It's his spirit that's in you right now. God don't owe you nothing. So how you think you going to do some things and twist his arm and make him allow you to continue on? I'm asking you. What can you really do for God that he can't do? Seriously. If you're doing stuff in God's name, expecting that because you doing this, he's got to let you, even though you still doing the things that he doesn't like. But because you're doing these nice things, that's why it's harder for a rich man to get into heaven. It's harder for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get in heaven. He think he can buy his way in. I just throw some money around, and there you go. And there you go. That's what they think. I'm providing this, I'm providing that. You trying to do works and stack them up. Like you playing cards. All right, I got the aces. I got all the spades now. Now I'm going to win. It don't work that way. You got to go to God and Jesus and say, I'm a sinner. I'm nothing. I need you in my life. I need you to come redirect me. This is what you need to be doing. And then you need to be doing things in conjunction with Jesus and God, not in spite of Jesus and God. If you make a donation to your local college and get a building named after you, that's your reward. You don't get no reward from Jesus and God. But if you donate a building in their name, because you feel that's something they will want you to do, and you make the donation in private. But if you do it just so you can brag, or you do it because you expect to get something back for it, you do it because you expect to get to heaven. Yeah, well, I donated a wing on to the college now. You got to let me in. That's what he means. I don't know you. God's name ain't on the building. Building don't say Jesus on it. Don't say Christ. It say John Doe. Well, you got your reward. Everybody that see that building is going to look up there and see John Doe paid for it. Job did everything right, but talk to God. You see this man looking up and talking to God. Job didn't do that. Job talked at God. Job talked about God. He never talked to God. So he's not walking with him. So God can look down and see him God doesn't know him because he's never initiated a conversation. He's never initiated any kind of connection. So he was not walking with God. So he might as well be doing what the devil wanted him to do because he's not walking with God.
So wouldn't it be important to make sure that you have a vital relationship with Jesus and God? And let go of these things that you feel yourself want to do. I want to go. You just let them direct you. They'll direct you where they want you to go. They made you. They don't know what you should do with your life. You can't trust them. But you know, I let them in a little bit, but you know, I got to maintain control here. You know, who are you? They don't owe you nothing. There's 1 billion people on the planet. You think that they just make another one of you? Be honest. You that important, and you won't come walk with them. Why can't they go find somebody that will, or make somebody to walk with them? Seriously. I'm being honest. If they didn't love us and didn't want us all to go, they could just wipe us all off the planet. But we given the opportunity, we given the choice, but we got to just reach for it. We got to just come ask. Let's continue.
Job trying to appease God with works and sacrifices, which, as Jesus points out in Matthew chapter 7, among other places, is missing the point. You can't buy your way into heaven. It's all given by grace. This is something Abraham understood. In Genesis 15, Abraham knew nothing of God, but he believed in him. And Paul tells us in Romans 4 that God counted him righteous because of his faith, not because of his works. But Job is not believing by faith, he is trying to earn it. Let's move on. We'll come back to the conversation between Satan and God in the second part. For now, let's look at how Job reacts when he loses everything. At the end of chapter 1, Job loses everything in a single day, his wealth and his family. Job's reaction starts in verse 20. Then Job arose and tore his robe and shaved his head and fell on the ground in worship. And he said, Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this, Job did not sin or charge God with wrong. Now,
But what did Job not do? I want to keep this in y'all head. What did Job not do? He tore his clothes. He sat in the ashes. He said, even though all this has happened, God is still good. But why hasn't he called out to the Father or Jesus?
What about that line?
Either one. Same person. Why hasn't he called out? Lord, why you let this happen to me? I thought we were doing nothing. Well, you know, I'm just going to have to work harder, and I'm going to have more cattle, and I'm going to have to give more away, and I'm going to have to do more sacrifices, because obviously I did something wrong. But I'm not going to blame God, and I still love him. But you're not talking to God. You're not talking to Jesus. You're not asking them why. You're pretty much saying, well, you know, you gave me the money. You gave me the money and you took it. You gave me a family and you took it. Okay. Well, why not? Lord God, why? What about that? None of that. Instead, you acting like you a victim. Which you are, but you're not coming to the people who you think victimized you. It'd be like if somebody stole your money and you knew who it was, but you don't want to go to the person because they might beat you up. So you go steal some money and put it back from somebody who you know you can beat up. This is what Job is doing. Well, yeah, he gave it to me and he took it away. I must have done something wrong, So, it's all good. And, I'll just sit here and wait to die. And, instead of talking and saying, what have I done? What's wrong with you? What's going on? He has no connection with God or Jesus. He has no direct connection. He just has a notion of what he's been told they want him to do. But he's never asked them, what do you want me to do? Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? Take a check real quick before we continue. Like I said, this is great, BD. Thank you for covering it. As a teen, I always wondered why God allowed pain and suffering. Who is he allowing it to happen to? That's something you got to ask. Who is he allowing it to happen to? Because see, when you separate yourself from God, why does he have an obligation for your well-being? Somebody talk to me. When you separate yourself from God, when you say, screw on that, I'm going to do what I want to do. Well, now you're responsible for yourself. So if you live in a neighborhood that has earthquakes, tornadoes, and you choose to live there, and you're not walking with God or Jesus, why do you expect them to protect you? I'm just asking. Why do you expect them to protect you? You'll spend money on a fancy house. You'll spend money on a fancy car. You'll spend money to go out to a fancy restaurant, but you won't take 10 minutes of your time a day to make sure you're still connected with Jesus and God. Somebody talk to me. But you really expect them to follow you around, to nitpick at you, to kick you in the butt, to mother all over you. They tried that, it didn't work. All they ask is that you come to them. Come as you are and drop all of your inhibition. Just let everything go. That's it. And let them.
I'm sitting here, I've been looking at the chat going over my head while this was playing. And I'm seeing people talk about 4 people died here, death there. But yet, when I said what I just said, now people are all of a sudden listening. What about children, innocent babies and kids? If you don't teach your kids to walk with Jesus and God, if you're not walking with Jesus and God, why are your kids covered? If you're not covered, why would your kids be covered? I'm just asking an answer question. If you are not covered, why do you think your seed should be covered? And somebody got innocent baby and kids. They don't know any better. Why don't they know any better? The parents are not walking. Why would the kids know to walk? The command is simple. Come get to know me. But if you don't know them, your kids are not going to know them. So why do you expect you won't take time to get to know them? You're not teaching your children to get to know them. You won't take time to do that. Why are you obligating them to take time to walk around protecting you? I'm just asking. You won't put no effort out, but you expect them to put effort out. You won't stop doing what you're doing. Why should your kids stop doing? They see what you do, they're going to repeat it. The kids see you walking with God, they're going to walk with God. Till they reach an age where they might rebel. But if you're walking with God, your kids will be covered because you're going to teach them to walk with God. If you're not covered, then your kids are not going to be covered. So once again, why is God obligated to run behind your kids or you? You can't take 10 minutes a day to make sure you still connected? You ain't teaching your children about Jesus and God so that they can get connected? Oh, I don't feel like doing all of that. Well, then why should they bust their butt because you in danger? They don't know you. They don't know you like that. They don't owe you nothing. You owe them. If you pick up the paper and you see that your neighbor's son was killed, you be like, oh no, and we'll be on the phone to everybody. What happened? How, everybody all right? You pick up the paper and see a person was killed. You don't know. Damn, somebody got killed. Oh well, what's on the next page? That's how you treat Jesus and God. So why do you be surprised if they treat you that way? Why is it a surprise? Just like some troll will come over here and say, you're supposed to be a minister. You're supposed to just sit here and let me troll and not say nothing. That troll hasn't done anything. Why should I allow a troll to just come in and run them all down my chat? Because you're supposed to be a goody two-shoes and you're supposed to let me do it. You ain't doing nothing to help support this jazz, so why should I let you run up and down it? I don't know you. You don't show your name. You don't show your face. You don't show anything about yourself. Why the heck should I let you run up and down my chat? But this is what people think. They expect you to put out for them, but they won't put nothing out. They expect you to always work for them, but they don't never put in any work of their own. You got people, yeah, I know who God and Jesus is, and that's it. Yeah, I go sit in church for 2 hours every day on Sunday. Every Sunday I'm there, and then I'm out. The rest of the week is mine. I've heard that so much growing up. Yeah, I sure do. I dedicate them 2 hours. Unless it's football on, the preacher wasn't trying to hold us there, I got to get them walk out. But I did my 2 hours. I came in at 11, I expect to go at 1. I ain't going to keep sitting here. I go watch the game. So why would you be surprised when you sitting there on Judgment Day? You say, hey, I know I'm getting in. I went to church last Sunday. He goes, well, why don't you jump in that pit of fire over there and go watch your game? Why don't you go jump in that pit of fire over there? And why don't you go paintballing? It's not about what you can do. It's about what you can do to maintain a relationship. if you don't have a relationship, somebody who even just wake up in the morning and say, how you doing, Jesus? How you doing today, God? This is what I was thinking about doing. And you talk to them, how would you direct me in that move? Even if you don't hear anything back, the fact that you take the time to talk to them and ask their opinion, that means more than somebody that sit in a church service and preach to 2,000 people, and as soon as the sermon go out, they don't mention God until next Sunday when they go preach in front of them people again. Or they get called on a radio show. They talk about them. That person that spends 10 minutes a day is going. That preacher is going in a lake of fire. Now you can't dispute that, cut it down, moan and groan. You can't make up something. It ain't gonna work. The book of Job is important because it shows just doing things and talking at Jesus and God. Talking at them, but not talking with them, not joining with them, not inviting them into your life. But you think you're going to do something. I'm going to get some sacrifices. I'm going to sacrifice some of my time to work with disadvantaged kids. I'm going to go and give money. And that is all nice and fine. But if you're not doing that in conjunction with having a conducive relationship with Jesus and God, because when you let them into your heart, you're going to want to do that because that was something that they would want you to do. You're not doing it to try to hedge. Well, I did this, I did that, so you got to let me in. Instead of, I saw that need and I thought of you and I asked you, would that be a good idea? And then I went and did it. That's something in the name. Inspired. Not something, well, if I do this, then they're going to let me in heaven. That's the difference. It's called the gift of grace. If you come to them, they will accept you. But you have to try to follow what they want you to do. If you want to still keep, that's why you have to let go. Let go all your past thoughts, ideas. You got to be like a newborn child. That's why it's called being born again. You have to let everything you learn, you got to let it go. And let them come in and replace that with what they want you to do. When you do that, you are walking with them. If you're not doing that, you're not walking with them. Where in the book of Job is he doing that? That's why it was easy for God to hand him over. Because God wanted to save him. Because if not for that, Job would not be in paradise right now. Job would be burning in torment, which is baby hell. That's where Job would be at right now. Satan don't realize that he did Job a favor. He thinks that he destroyed Job. He actually saved Job from spending all his time burning up. Instead, he's living it up. That's a place the devil ain't gonna never see. So the devil failed with Job. But he made him suffer. But who's suffering now? But the devil was going to get in that lake of fire. That's going to be his end punishment. So let's continue on. Take you over. Back from real quick. And then you'll have an intimate conversation. You'll be able to say,
what am I doing wrong? I thought I was doing what you were directing me to do. Why is this happening? Then you got the right to say something. But when you ignoring them and you expect them to sit here and follow behind you when you ain't doing nothing that they ask you to do, but you expect them to protect you just because you gave some money to the orphanage, or just because you volunteer at the homeless shelter, you think that they're supposed to pat you on the back and collar you and follow you around. Now, I'm not going to say that they might not allow you to go do that because it needs to be done, but don't ask for no special favors. I'm just saying, why should they care?
Seems like a good moral thing to say, and many commentators have noted that. But for me, it seems a bit odd. By God's grace, I have never lost everything in a single day, but I can honestly say that if I did, this is not how I would react. My last thought would be more like Jesus and what he yelled on the cross. My God, why have you forsaken me? I'd be yelling, God, why are you letting this happen? My reaction would be more like King Hezekiah in 2 Kings 20, as a cry out to God for deliverance. My reaction would be more like Jeremiah in the book of Lamentations, as I cry out to God of the horror that happened and question what is going on. It would be very hard for me to say, the Lord gave and the Lord has taken away, blessed be the name of the Lord. In fact, it would be very hard for me not to talk to God and only talk about him.
Oh.
In fact, throughout Scripture, when something bad happened, the man or woman of God cries out to God for help. They don't usually talk about God like Job does here. So the interesting thing we need to know is Job doesn't address God. He talks of God. He doesn't say to God, you gave and you take away, but I'll continue to bless your name. If he walks with God, why not talk to him? So what does this mean? There is a misguided belief in America called the prosperity gospel. Those who hold to it believe they can claim whatever they want by faith. If they want a new car, then they just say, I claim a new sports car in the name of Jesus. They believe God is getting them a new car. I wish I was making this up, but it is sadly true. It doesn't appear that they walk with God. They try to use God to get the things they want. Job's line of thought seems to be similar to that. That as long as I bless God, he will have to hear me and reward me by fixing this. It's not about crying to God for help, but crying out so God will hear him and see how good he is being, and follow through and reward that. This implies little evidence of a personal walk or relationship with God. It seems to be all about trying to appease God so he will fix the situation. Let's keep going. We're looking at pieces in the text to get a bigger picture of who Job was. Things get more interesting in chapter 2. Satan comes back, and this time causes Job to be covered with painful sores. Then his wife said to him, do you still hold fast your integrity? Curse God and die. But he said to her, you speak as one of the foolish women would speak. Shall we receive good from God, and shall we not receive evil? In all this, Job did not sin with his lips. Now look at that last part of verse 10. In all this, Job did not sin with his lips. That is interesting because in chapter 1, after the turmoil hits, it says, Job did not sin or charge God with wrong. We see it goes from Job not charging God to Job not sinning with his lips. Why the change? Why not just repeat the same phrase that Job did not sin or charge God with wrong? Because something different happened in Job, and we see that come out in chapter 3. Now, Job's friends show up and they watch him suffer for 7 days, until finally Job says in chapter 3, let the day perish on which I was born, and the night that said, a man is conceived. Let that day be darkened. May God above not seek it, nor light shine upon it. Let gloom and deep darkness claim it. Let clouds dwell upon it. Let the blackness of the day terrify it, and so on and so on. Job goes on for the rest of the chapter wishing for death, wishing he had never been born. He speaks as if he loves death over life, and there is more speaking about God and not speaking to God yet. It's as if Job is writing a love letter to death. But see, that is interesting because Proverbs 8:36 says, in speaking about the wisdom of God, all who hate me love death. The Bible teaches God is life, and to reject life and want death is to reject God. Let's go back to this comparison between these two verses. Job at first will not sin or charge God, but later it says Job will not charge God with his lips. Or in other words, he will not openly speak what he feels in his heart towards God. At this point in chapter 2, he has hate towards God, and it is obvious in his wish for death. because all who hate God, who is life, love death. But Job won't outright say it. Why? If that is what he feels, then why not admit it? If Job walks...
That's a good point. If that is not what Job felt, if that's what he felt, why won't he admit it? Because he was taught incorrectly that good things come from God and bad things come from God. Good things are going to happen and bad things are going to happen. But if you don't have a relationship with God, you can't question him on anything. And I know that somebody somewhere is going to say, what about children? Things happen to children. But are their parents walking with God? Even if the children don't know, the parents should, and the parents should be walking with God. And that should help the children. You know, St. Paul says that if you are in a marriage and one person is a believer and one person is not a believer, but the non-believer is still willing to stay married, then the believer relationship through God will cover the non-believing spouse. So if it'll cover the non-believing adult, why shouldn't it cover the children who might not know better? Because I know somebody's going to ask that. They're going to say, what about children who don't have the knowledge? One of their parents should be walking with God. They have the knowledge, but will they choose to use it? If they don't, nobody will get any protection. And nobody can ask for it. If you're not walking with God, you shouldn't be asking them for anything. You shouldn't be expecting no help. Let's continue.
With God, why isn't he just being honest with him like Hezekiah, Jeremiah, or Christ did? Why is he hiding what he feels? Because Job still thinks his entire good fortune was built on appeasing God. God for Job was a giant genie in the sky, or a divine vending machine. As long as Job says the right prayers, does the right sacrifices, does the right things, then God is expected to bless him. Following God was not a relationship, like with a fellow loved one, but with a formula. A good God plus doing good works equals a good life. As long as he did his part, God was expected and is supposed to do his part and make him happy and fill his pockets. But it was all about Job. God became the means to an end. Someone like Job would be using God to get the things he really wants and not God himself. This is clear in chapter 1. Job doesn't cry out to God for help. He tries to appease God by blessing his name. In chapter 2, his wife says he should curse God and die, which again implies it's all based on works. If you do something bad like cursing, you will get bad back from God. But Job doesn't do that, even though he feels it. Instead, he is trying to appease God somehow for the time being by saying good things and not cursing God. With this mindset, it seems as if he thinks he can earn God's favor again and get back his old life, which is why he won't openly say what he feels in his heart. But after 7 days and trying to deal with his circumstances while not cursing God and still trying to show his goodness, Job finally starts to admit what he feels. He gives up and quite frankly says, the formula is not working. It's broken. I'm doing the right things, but the divine genie is not giving me what I deserve for persevering, which is let me die. Now I'm not saying all of Job's lamenting was not crying out to God. After this initial response, he definitely begins to cry out to him. But we are looking at how he initially handles the situation, as that will reflect what he thinks is the best way to handle the turmoil. Once that doesn't work, then we see he begins to look elsewhere and cry out to God for help and answers. However, the point here is he initially doesn't do that, which I will argue in a bit is what God was trying to get at. Now, if you need any more convincing, look at how Job's friends treat the situation. They tell him over and over he did something wrong and he needs to repent. A good God plus bad works equals a bad life. Job did something wrong and he needs to fix it so he can earn God's blessings again. God will even bless him with riches if he does and says the right things, which is very similar to the prosperity gospel. So the important thing to remember about this is people tend to hang out with other like-minded people. Your close friends are usually those who you agree with most. In an ancient culture, this was even more likely with much more racism and class segregation. Those who came to see Job are his closest friends. Now, are you going to suggest that Job didn't think at all like that before this happened? We tend to draw closer to the people we think more like. And so Job's friends are telling him the core doctrine of their shared beliefs. You obviously must have messed up, Job, or this wouldn't have happened. You must have said the wrong things or acted wrong, and this is why the divine vending machine has spit back at you. Job had the same idea in his mind, but the opposite look, since he claims he should have earned the good life. Look at Job's final confession, which resonates through the rest of his lamenting. In chapter 29, Job lists all his good works. I delivered the poor who cried for help, and the fatherless who had none to help them. I put on righteousness, and it clothed me. My justice was like a robe and a turban. I was eyes to the blind and feet to the lame. I was a father to the needy, and so on and so on. Then in chapter 31, he denies having done anything wrong. In both of these chapters, he points out he is blameless in both areas. He never coveted another woman, harmed servants, or forsook the less fortunate. He talks about his morality, sexual purity, generosity, benevolence, truthfulness, etc. He abstained from all sins such as lust, greed, envy, deceit, vengeance, and violence. Job was a blameless man, and he had the list to prove it. And that is exactly the problem. Nothing in his
That
list.
is the problem. I'll stop right there. That is the problem. Once again, he keeps listing what he has done. But, like the narrator says, did he do it because he's walking with Jesus and God and they directed him to do it? Or did he do it because he thinks that life is a deal? You know, I do good works and you're going to give me blessings for it. I do good works and you're going to give me money. I do good works and you'll give me power. I do good works and you'll give me farmland. It's like he's trying to make a deal. But what does he have to bargain with? Let me say that again. What does he have to bargain with? You really think that God needs him to do these things? Why does he think that God needs him? He needs God. He's thinking, I'm going to do these things and if you got 3 friends there and your wife, and that's it. Where are all the people at? Where are all the people you trying to appease? Why they not there supporting you? But who would be there no matter what, no matter where you are? Whether you're in the bottom of a cave, whether you locked away under the jail cell, who'll be there? Jesus and God will. But you got to call them in. You doing everything, I this, I that, I did this, I that, I can't do it alone. Now keep bringing it home. Cannot do it alone. Let me set the chat real quick. Let me look on the phone down here before screen. See what I'm missing here. And she said, yes, very nice. We had bad winds and storm last night. Day 64 and all wind. Yeah, that's how it is here.
Let's fast forward.
Eventually, everything that was negative. But anyway, let me get back to this. He was waiting for the other time.
I'm talking about life-saving information. And somebody asking about a storm in California.
Let's finish this video.
Seriously.
And then we'll get into the storm.
I ain't gonna look at who it is, but I just see it above my head.
Mentions faith in God or trust in
Oh,
God.
I see who it is.
Nowhere does he say he trusts in God's control, but he clearly shows he has faith in his own works, which should have delivered him. His work should have been his ticket to why he deserved the good life. He doesn't even hint at the possibility of some imperfection, or that he didn't do what was needed to earn the good life. In other words, Job's report was accurate, but it reflected a mindset of justification by works. A good God plus good works should guarantee a good life. If anybody could have boasted in the law, it was Job. His criteria for righteousness was entirely self-made. He had become his own God and thought he was earning all that he had. Job had this warped view of God, which was, as long as Job played by the rules, God was expected to bless him. It wasn't about a relationship with God, but was about Job's works and using that to get God to give Job what he really wanted. Job was not following God, but his own moral deeds. That is what he thought was blessing him, not God. Job was lost in moralism, the idea that one can earn their way into God's grace and blessings through moral deeds. Second point, God had a good reason to allow what happened to Job. In Job chapter 1, Satan comes before God, and God addresses him. Now we need to remember, before we read on, that this is God we're talking about. The Old and New Testament clearly shows that God is omniscient. So as Psalms 139 verse 4 says, even before a word is spoken, God knows it. So God knows exactly what Satan's reply will be if he brings up Job. He knows already that if he mentions Job, Satan will want to go after him. So starting in verse 8, we read, And the Lord said to Satan, Have you considered my servant Job? There is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, who fears God and turns away from evil. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Does Job fear God for no reason? Have you not put a hedge around him and his house and all that he has on every side? You have blessed the works of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land. But stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will curse you to your face. And the Lord said to Satan, Behold, all that he has is in your hand. Only against him do not stretch out your hand. So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. Now perhaps I missed it, but where did God make a bet with
Look
Satan?
behind my head.
Job would curse him if Satan was allowed to take away his wealth and
Around the
family.
screen.
In fact, we see the opposite. Verse 8, God says, Have you considered my servant Job?
Y'all having a good old time.
Man. Verse 9 to 11, Satan replied, He only loves you because you bless him. Let me take it away and you won't anymore. Verse 12, God replied, Go and do it. There is no mention that God disagreed with Satan, and God totally preempted him and gave Job over to him. So what is going on here? In the book of Judges, there is a constant cycle going on. God's people rebel against him, and they chase after other gods. So God gives them over to other nations. The Israelites realize the turmoil it has brought them, and they cry out to God. Then God rescues them by sending a judge. This cycle goes on several times over hundreds of years. And one of the things the book is teaching us is when we decide to stop walking with God, when we decide we'd rather worship other things, God gives us over to them and stops walking with us. Because quite frankly, we are choosing not to be with him. If we were to go to the extreme and downright reject him completely, he would let us go to chase after what we want. Paul says it like this in 2 Thessalonians 2. Because they refuse to love the truth and so be saved, therefore God sends them a strong delusion so that they may believe what is false, in order that all may be condemned, who did not believe the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. The Bible clearly teaches if we reject God, he will let us reject him and give us over to someone else. Following God is about a relationship, and if we outright reject that relationship, God lets us go. What happens in Judges is not to that extreme though, because the Israelites realize their error and they come back to God. They don't completely reject him, they just fall away from him for a time. They don't reject him like some non-Christians do. So God didn't send them a delusion to believe, but lets the evil happen to them that they were chasing after, so that they realize their error and come back to him. Hebrews 12:6 and Proverbs 12:3 says God disciplines those who he loves, like a father corrects his child. To those who want nothing to do with God, he gives them the delusion they want, so so they can go their own way. But to those who want to follow God but have lost their way, God will allow suffering to hit us, so we will learn from it and come back to God. That is exactly what we see taking place in Job with this conversation between Satan and God. God is speaking of Job and calls him my servant. So although Job was clearly using God to get the things he wanted and not seeking God just to be with him, God still had not given up on him, like he never gives up on us. But Job had lost his way. He had fallen off the right path from which he had started and began chasing after wrong desires. But unlike the Israelites in the book of Judges, Job fell away from God in the opposite way. What we traditionally think of what it means to rebel.
Well, okay, y'all. The video is up. It's called. It's on this channel. It's called the book. It's called the book of hidden messages.
Spend all your money on prostitutes.
I love how I hit the back button and it ain't going away.
What an American knows.
Then you're gonna take us all the way back there, right? Alright. Oh Lord. It's called the Book of Job Explained. It's on this channel. And it's also on the channel who's on the other day. It's the first video. But the video we did about the SARS is first now. But it was the first, so it's the second video on that channel. It's one of the best videos that we did. I only played it because the driver said that he disagreed with what I said. And rather than argue, we got a comment from Dr. Rita. I'm ready to go check that out. So, you know, rather than start an argument on the chat, we had the proof. And I just played it. And like I said, he can go look at it, and if he finds something, he can come back. Here at the Brother Derrick Show, when somebody challenges something, we go check it out. I think that we played enough to make the point. Point of the matter is, Job thought that because he did what he was taught that God wanted him to do, it never occurred to him to ask God what he wanted him to do. Job was taught that as long as he followed the laws and did upright things, that God would have to make him successful. That God would have to give him everlasting life. That's all he had to do. So if he started losing stuff, he had to work harder at his works. Not saying, hey, hold on a second, God. Well, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong that you're taking this away? What am I doing wrong that you're taking this away? What am I doing wrong? Never occurs to him to ask that. Well, what are you doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Hold on a second. Hold on. I had all of this. You're going to let it all go in one day. No. You got to tell me something. In Jesus' sweet name, Lord God the Father, why hast thou forsaken me? What did I do wrong? Never occurs to him. Instead, well, the Lord giveth, he taketh away. Well, I'm going to have to do better. You can't do anything. God gives you the gift of grace. It's a gift. You cannot earn it. Well, I'm going to do more for the poor. He rattling stuff off. I'm the lion of the righteousness. I'm the father to the fatherless. And that's why you see God come back and say, can you make the sun rise? Can you make it rain? Can you do anything? The stuff you talking about you were doing, Ain't got nothing compared to what I do. But my question is, why didn't you come see me? Why you don't come talk to me? Instead of doing what somebody else told you should do, why haven't you ever just looked up and said, God, my Father, am I doing the right thing? What you want me to do? Never occurred to Job. Now, from a human being perspective, if you didn't hear what I just said, if I told you that God gave the devil the best man on earth and told him he could do whatever he wanted to do to him, but he can't kill him, you would say, what? If I got McDonald's and you Burger King, and I got the secret ingredients to my Whopper, and we trying to take out McDonald's, and my vice president gives the secret formula to McDonald's, I'd be like, well, why would you give our best, the one thing they can't beat, you gonna give it up? Why don't you give them the secret to the fries or something? To us human beings, that's what we saw when we read that. But I took you deeper. There was a reason why God saw what a good man that Job was. He saw he was a good man. But God is seeing Job from a distance. He's not joined with Job. He's at a distance. This man looks and acts like how I want every human being to act. But why won't he talk to me? Why does he talk to everybody else about me? Why does he assume that if he do good, I'm going to bless him? Why don't he just come talk to me? That's the one thing Job didn't do. He's sitting around with his friends, sitting around listening to his wife. Why ain't he saying, God, what are you doing? What are you doing? Never once. Instead, I done this, and I done that, and I done this, and I done that, and I done this, and I done that, and I done this. It takes him toward the end of the chapter for him to even acknowledge God. The devil even comes see him in a dream. He still don't run to God. You got the devil coming to see me in a dream. What's going on here? He still don't. I did this. I did that. I did this. I did that. He can't make a human being. Job act like he God because he do these things. I'm doing these things and you obligated to keep me rich. It's your obligation. That's why Job, as good as he was, Job was heading for the chopping block. Because he ain't much better than somebody that's out here doing wrong. They don't acknowledge God and talk to him. They don't put God first. And Job wasn't putting God first. He was putting his works first. Not his faith, but his works. His faith was not in God or Jesus. His faith was in the power of his works. Things that he did in his hand. That's who he worshiped. He didn't worship God. He worshiped his own power. I'm going to do these things and he gotta give it to me. Does that sound like a man that's going to the next level? He trying to put handcuffs on God. You supposed to bless me. I'm gonna lock you up. You ain't blessing me. Look at what I've done. I'm the man. Job made himself into a god. And we all know that God hates people that worship other things than him. But Job made himself God. Because of what I do, God got to reward me. Not because he loved me, not because he know me, but because of the things that I do, he has to reward me. I keep reminding y'all of this because I don't want you to be that way. So where you at, the driver? Did you leave? Because I brought a good case. And I would like to hear your rebuttal. But you said you agreed to disagree. If I'm wrong, I can admit that I was wrong. I've laid out a pretty good case that what you stated was incorrect. Would you like to come in and correct me? Hey y'all, it's 7:51. The pharmacy closed at 9 o'clock. Hold on, y'all. We got to go on the move. The pharmacy closed at 9. And I still gotta break this thing down and put it back together. Sorry, y'all. It's get me to like 8:15, 8:20. Because I gotta break this stuff down and take it downstairs. So I will be live again on this channel, y'all. I'll be back. Like that man said, I'll be back. Alright, y'all, have a good one. I'll see y'all in a little bit. See y'all soon. As Naya would say, we gotta get out of here.